Hey everybody, this is Racecar Zero again for ForgeWatch.com. Just kind of feeling like playing a little bit of SolForge and figure that you all can benefit from it either now or later if you want to catch the stream a little bit later. Just going to go ahead and hop into a couple of games and just kind of talk about what I'm doing as I go. Here we start. We have the Tempest Utera deck, and thankfully I'm not going first. So it was kind of a nice trade-off, I think, to be able to play two cards, especially when one of them is probably going to be that Scorch main. Just kind of feeling like having a dragon right about now. And we'll go with the Spirit too. That'll be a nice one to have later on down the line. And Lightning Sparks you can level early. I don't know if it's really worth wasting it on an Echo Wisp. But they have a use, continually going on into the game, so I find that it's not always requisite to do something with that. And since I'd be getting a one for, I guess, 1/2 trade in this instance, then it's not that big of a deal to shoot for something like that. Oh my. Real quick. I think I'm going to go ahead and drop the Technosmith in front of the Prowler. It means I'm going to take some damage, but if you've seen me do this kind of stuff before, I'm not really too terribly worried about it because I do have a number of 5 and 6 attack creatures, so the next go around it shouldn't be nearly as painful. It's kind of a good way to get some good cards leveled up in the face of a Deep Branch Prowler. What would really stink is if another Deep Branch Prowler comes down and then I'm suddenly having to deal with 2. But we'll see what happens. Just getting out of control. We gotta do what we gotta do here. $14.7. And I haven't even leveled up yet. Probably best right now to try to do what I can to take the least amount of damage. It's really not going to help. But I should get a creature next time around that's at least strong enough to take out the Grimgaunt. We'll see if I didn't lose too much life. Ugh. There's a full board over there. Still don't know if I'm going to be able to come back. So much damage taken so quick because of that Grimgaunt just exploding. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to come back from this. I'm not getting a lot of my good 2-for-1s. My Magma Hounds have pretty much been absent for a lot of this, or if they did come, there's not really much I could do with them to make it worthwhile. It really came out strong, and that Grimgaunt just took way too much of my attention. Probably the wiser thing to have done at that point would have been to not block a lot of their creatures and just take a little bit more damage early, so that way he didn't explode like he did, and keep forcing me to have to feed him more and more and more. It's kind of one of those big traps that I completely and totally fell for, but not much to be done about it. I'm pretty sure I'm just dead, so I think I'm just going to take my beats and call it good. Don't think there was anything else I could. Yeah, I could drop the Technosmith out there, but it's pretty much right back around to their turn and I'm dead anyway, so let's just move on to another one. And it looks like I've got somebody who's watching right now. I haven't logged in, so I can't chat back. Hold on, let's see here. I'm gonna wait for Twitch to log me back into the chat room, and then I can say hi. Okay. Well, after that sucky game, let's go on to another one. I'm glad you're watching the stream, by the way. I hope you enjoy it. Go with the Cavern Hydra in front of the Air Spirit. There's probably a good chance it'll move around. We'll put Grimgaunt next to it, so that way, no matter what, that spirit dies and I have something left over. Never a bad idea to buff the Cavern Hydra when playing against the AI. Just doesn't really handle it very well. One of those Life Shapers for later. One out that way. Starting to feel really in control of this board, I don't know. Well, the Electronet. I want to buff her. Chunk out. Well, not really good, but good enough. Still can get taken. Sparked in one. juggernaut creatures going here. And we're good enough. Call just because I can. Because I can. We can get the other deck. So much for random. Well, it is probably completely random, but you know. Okay, Fate would just have me play this deck, so maybe I should just do it. Oh, I hate this hand though. I know, isn't it terrible? Yeah, can't catch a break. I think the AI just really likes the Utera deck, or not the Utera deck, but the Tempest deck more. I don't get to play it as much. I actually find that I draw this deck a lot more than I do the other deck. I don't know why that is, but I just always seem to get assigned to the Utera Necrim deck a lot more than the others. Here's the real question, do I go for... Actually, that could be good. I'm gonna Grim Gaunt, we'll throw Krogius out there to die, just to pump him. See if we can have a nice level 3 Krogius by the time this game's over. The Echo Wisp is also a good time to have that. Oh, sparked. That should make some good trades. So just so everybody knows, because I'm about to ask a question, there is somebody that's actually in the chat right now, so I'm not just asking this out into the open, but is there anything in particular that you want to see or any questions that you have that I can answer just kind of as I'm playing here? Oh, that's fine. Just curious. Like I said, right now I'm just playing because I'm kind of bored, so it's actually a little nice to have, someone around. Normally I'm just kind of streaming these out to what I figure is an unwatching crowd, but some people do stop in from time to time, so that's always nice. Let that magma hound go free, but we can finally get that forge plate off the board. Echo Wisp 3, that'll kind of help me get the lanes back. That one is... I've done some of the other ones too. It all would have ended up about the same anyway. Strange as this may seem, I'm actually kind of feeling like I want to play a rank 1 card and maybe buff that Echo Wisp in lane 2, so that way it survives the Spark Bot and gives me more creatures out on the board. And I don't have to worry about that Forge Plate Sentry coming in right now, so it gives me a little bit more board presence to maybe put some pressure on, especially since they're so low on health. Level 3's kind of, level 3 Echo Wisp I should say, level 3 Echo Wisp is kind of crazy. I don't know, a lot of people who've played a lot of games don't necessarily fear it as much as I think a lot of the newer players do. It's good, no doubt about it, right? Because, if you have empty lanes and you stick it in there, then it's fantastic. But there are certain cases where it just doesn't pan out as much as you would like, because it doesn't have that ability to replace all creatures, because you can drop it over a creature and it can replace the one and then it'll just fill out into all of the empty lanes. But unlike the other Echo Wisp, where you can drop one in one lane and then copy over a perhaps weaker creature in the next lane over, Echo Wisp 3 doesn't have that, it just fills empty lanes. So if you have really full lanes, so say you have like 3 creatures out and one of them is maybe weak enough that you can just overwrite it and kind of get rid of it and replace it with a bigger creature, but then it's only going to give you a couple of extra copies, and so it doesn't always play out as strongly as it should. And not only that, but then Echo Wisp 3, it's a 10-5, which means technically rank 1 cards can kill it. So it seems really powerful, but it just, I don't know, it has its weaknesses too. So don't get me wrong, I think it's a rare card, I think it's extremely good, but I don't know that it necessarily goes into like the overpowered category. I think it's really, really well balanced. I like it a lot, and playing it pretty much every time you get a chance to is usually a wise choice, but there are just some circumstances where it comes up and it doesn't work out quite like you had hoped. Oh goody, we got the other deck this time. I guess they think I paid my dues because I played the other one. Oh good, Technosmith and Egg. It's like the perfect combo. I don't know if that was the wisest thing in the world, but I know that the deck, the AI, when it's got the deck it has right now, really likes to cull creatures out of the way. So I kind of figure putting maybe a Technosmith in there is enough to convince it not to do that. Get a little extra damage in there. May not be the wisest thing, but that's what I did. Just enough to make it annoying. So I'm a little torn looking at this to see whether or not I want to play a rank 1 card to kill off the Grove Huntress and kind of get like a 2-for-1 shot as opposed to just playing out my rank 2s. It's kind of a tough decision, but I think it's the wisest way to go, especially since I can get another 2-for-1 between the Echo Wisps with the Aloyan General. Question is here, Technosmith would allow me to level up another card on top of it and get an even trade with the Reaver, so I'd kind of sort of technically come out a little bit ahead there. But dropping the Forge Plate just flat out also gives me an uneven trade in my favor. So the question becomes, which is the better option? Do the Technosmith and level the Forge Plate, I think that'll be fine. Give that a shot. It gives me more cards leveled in my deck. And they get a chance for another Forge Plate anyway. To me is one of the no-brainer turns. Technosmith trades with an Echo Wisp. Take the opportunity. This is where things start to come ahead for me. The Necreum, no, still bad. The Tempest Aloyan deck, there we go. The Tempest Aloyan deck has a lot of opportunities for these 2-for-1 trades, most specifically because of the Magma Hounds, and the fact that they can just kind of one-shot rank 1 cards if they happen to play them. It's one of those things that you really have to just take advantage of them when you can arrange those things. And I'm sure a lot of you know that already, but that's just... It's one of the things that I really like about the Tempest faction in general, is the fact that it has that capability of doing that. And this is not a pretty hand to have in player level 3. And Scorchmane. This is the card that they always reference anytime they're talking about animated cards. And I'm really looking forward to seeing it, because I'm pretty sure they're going to animate it, and it's going to be awesome, just to kind of see him swoop in and roast all of your enemies. I think that's going to be awesome. You have it. Love seeing Echo Wisp when I go first. Helps to kind of balance things back in your favor a little bit. Especially with this setup that I've got right now. I have a feeling that I'm going to really be able to take advantage of the AI here very, very soon, especially with this Grim Gaunt. I'm just going to be able to pump up to ridiculous levels. Hydra, or whether I want the Grove Huntress. I think I want the Huntress, because you know what, I'm going to let the Forge Plate go. I can try to take care of him in a second. Biggest priority right now is trying to get that Grim Gaunt pumped up. Let's see if I can get him a little out of control. With that call, I should be able to do some good damage here. That was a little unexpected there. There. So I'm just going to emphasize again that, like, a dedicated deck to focusing on Grimgaunt and pumping him up and killing opponents, or just having weak enough creatures to the point where, you know, you can just get him really huge. It's really sick, and he's really broken, and I really hope they fix him. But for now, I've just gotten him just barely past that 6 health. I don't know if the computer would have been able to catch me. Hydra there. He's probably going to move away and it won't matter anyway, but you know, you gotta block just to make him move anyway. Get him out of the way, and Hydra seemed to be the better one to have if it doesn't die off. Oh yeah, way away. At this point, with my lanes full, might be best just to enrage rather than to overwrite something with a creature. I want to do it there to make sure that that's a trade. Yeah, one creature dying is only going to get him up to 7 health, so blocking these guys is probably not ideal. We'll call off him. He's got the higher health. The other guy we might be able to take off with something that's lower rank if we have to later. This one, on the other hand, he gets 3, so he'll go up to 10 health if he blocks. So in front of the Magma Hound safely. I'm going to get a trade right here. Grimgaunt's out of reach of the air spirit, so I'm not too terribly worried about that one. For now, set up another boosting trade over here, the forge plates, to get the Grimgaunts bigger. Well, I mean, if they block them, which they probably won't because they're probably too huge at this point, I think the AI gives up on huge creatures. But if they were to block them, that might be of benefit to them. See what they do. One of them got blocked. That's really kind of funny. But honestly, there's nothing that they could do. Being that low on health, I mean, even if you stick 2 blockers in front of the Grimgaunts, they die on your turn because they're on the offensive, and then it comes back around to my turn, and I kill them anyway. So, such it is. I think I'm going to play one more game and kind of call it for this stream. See what they give me. Oh, good. I hate getting coal and then having to go first. Do love getting Grimgaunt and then getting follow-ups with the Echo Wisp. See, now if they had blocked the Grimgaunt, this must be like something with the AI where the AI is constantly trying to play the worm into open lanes to get the benefit out of the damage because it's swift or fast or whatever they're calling it these days. But one of the main benefits that you get out of a lightning worm and that you get out of swiftness is the fact that since it can attack just right off the bat, it's kind of like a living lightning spark that can be buffed by various things, like General or Fangwood Field, which they don't have in the demo, or Enrage or Life Shaper, and any of these kinds of constructed formats. It's got that really great benefit, so then essentially it can come out of the gate and then just ride through and kill something right away. So they could have used it to kill the Grimgaunt, and now instead of that I'm going to just set up trades that work to my favor instead. And still not quite safe. They get that 6 attack creature. They're probably going to kill the Grimgaunt. But if they don't, boy oh boy, do I have some stuff for them. They're making up for it in Forge Plates, which is really actually kind of scary. For that reason, I think I'm going to level one of these. It's probably too little too late on that, because the problem with Bonsai 3 Birds is I was one level behind everything. But in the off chance that I can get another one and get him up to rank 3 and maybe start killing off rank 2s, it might be worth it. But that's a lot of Forge Plates to have to deal with right now. The Grimgaunt. Him there, or there. Grimgaunt just keeps going. 17-13, right going into the shuffle. Now granted, the AI doesn't really play the smartest, and I think a player probably would have killed it, like I mentioned much earlier than this, but even still, just having that possibility where if things just don't work out for you, and then all of a sudden you're facing an 18-14 creature and it's, their turn 5 or something like that, that's just, it's overwhelming, to say the least. I can't really do much. I'm going to win after just having my turn 5. I think that's even faster than the last video that I recorded and uploaded to YouTube, where I think it was turn 6 when I won with Grimgaunt. That was winning. So, not a bad way to end. Thanks to those of you who decided to stop by for the stream, and thanks for those of you who come later just to check out my streams. Please make sure that you check out ForgeWatch.com. It is the website that's got all of your strategy, community highlights, and just daily news about SolForge. Try to keep up on everything. Keep your eyes here for streaming. I do this from time to time just when I get bored and feel like sharing some SolForge love with the world. I hope you guys really appreciate this, and look forward to seeing you later.